All right, so today we have part 2 of reacting to some social media drills. You guys seem to like the first one, so here is part 2. I have some drills that my good friend Alex here has sent me. We're gonna go through them, react to them, give you guys my input, good, bad, ugly, how we can improve on them, so you guys can take this insight and use it for your own workouts and react to drills on social media that you guys see. So first one we got here is a contested shooting drill from The Secret Trainer. So we got toss, touch the cone, get into a shot. Shooter must touch the cone. I like this one a lot. Number one, we have actually shooting under game pressure. You can't take your time. I like that we have contest. That's adding a little bit more game context. One way that we can potentially build on this, not that you necessarily need to, it's just a great way to get up some high volume contested shooting during your workouts, is maybe add a decision, whether you're gonna shot fake, whether you're gonna drive it, whether you're going to shoot it. You can maybe give them one dribble. Hey, if the defense completely runs you off the line, you have one dribble to get into a mid-range if you want. That's just one way that we can build on it. Again, not that you necessarily need to. This is a great contested shooting drill you guys can do with a partner. It's much better than just stationary 5-spot shots, so I like this one. Next one we got is defensive conditioning. So this is obviously just kind of pre-planned drive. Defense just has to slide their feet. Kind of just typical drill that you guys see a lot of youth players do. So kind of, again, just a zigzag, going to half court, flip your hips, go the other way. Now, in terms of conditioning, decent, much better ways that we can do that. I think one way that we can just simply improve this is have them actually playing defense. So they know exactly where the defense is going. They're just simply sliding their feet. I'm sure the coach is telling them that they can't cross over, which, as you guys can see, they're having a really tough time keep up with the player, because on defense, you're gonna have to cross over run. You're gonna have to slide sometimes, cross over, flip your hips. It's not going to look perfect just sliding your feet like that. So I would just say one simple way to improve it, play real defense. Maybe split the court in half, one-on-one downhill to the other side, play the best defense that you can. Now you're actually reacting to stimuli on the defensive end. You're getting feedback whether it's working or not. And then the offensive player is also getting offensive work. As you guys can see in this drill, the offensive player isn't really getting any better because they're just told catch the ball, run to that cone and dribble, where they don't have to actually try to get by the defender. So they're not getting better. And if we can do that, both the offense and the defense is getting better, while at the same time working on the conditioning and accomplishing the goal of the drill. Next one, we have rip through series with the youth kids. So usually the first part, not a fan of just working on some extreme basics, especially with younger kids. It gets really boring, but I love the fact that he included it right into some live play. Introduce it, show them, start with it. Okay, you have to rip face up, play one-on-one from there. These kids, if you're just giving them a ton of basics, and this is what you do for an entire workout, catch, pivot, jab, shot fake, boom, and you're just doing it on air, it's gonna get really boring. Their attention spans are just not that great. They're not gonna be that interested in it, so they're gonna lose focus and they're just not gonna pay attention. So no matter what you're telling them, it's not gonna work anyway. So I love that we're able to get into some one-on-one stuff. It might not look pretty, it might not be perfect, but again, you're just giving them a little bit of exposure to some of these quote-unquote fundamentals that you wanna work on, and then just let them play from there. That's what they wanna do. So you're getting what you want, they're getting what they want. It's going to have a happy balance, and they're going to keep coming back because they enjoy the session and they're having fun, which is ultimately going to be the most important thing for them to get better. All right, so next one we got from IWH Basketball. Okay, we got 2 for a mid-range shot. We got 1 for a finish. So he's just showing them what they got to do. So this is a great drill. Reason why I can say it's a great drill is because it's my drill. So if we look at the date, this is posted mid-October. I posted the same exact drill. So let's go take a look at my drill here. So we got 2 for a mid-range. So you got that same point there. And then we got 3 for a three-pointer. So very, very similar. That's why I can say it's a good drill, great drill actually. I'm not saying he took it. Very, very tough to have that coincidentally line up 2 weeks after I posted. Could be a coincidence. Might not be, but if it is not a coincidence and you took the drill, always give credit. If I take somebody's drill or I get inspiration for someone's drill, I'm always gonna give credit, even if I just take a little bit of it. So just share some love. You know, if you take someone's drill, share it, give someone credit, and then obviously everyone's gonna do the same thing. Basketball and training in general, we're all, especially a lot of people who are watching this, you guys might take so much stuff that I do, and that's great, that's why we post this. But then now if we're just taking everybody's work and then just using it as our own, especially if you don't understand the full purpose of the drill, it can get a little shady. So the reason why I love this drill is because number one, you guys can do this with a little bit more advanced defender where he has to deal with pressure and then also has to survey the floor and wait until you see that number, whether it's a 2 or a 3, and then they have to try to disguise what they're going to get into, and the defense doesn't know where they're trying to get to. So you're working on getting to spots, being able to score with real defense. You're working on certain skills, you're working on ball handling, dealing with pressure, and then you're also working on contested live reads and things like that. So overall, great drill. All right, so next one we got Gannon Baker. So first part, number one, I like the energy. But in terms of ball handling, coaches always say, you know, you got to be low, you got to stay low, you got to pound the ball through the floor. I still to this day don't fully understand that. Number one, as a ball handler, you're not going to stay super low. You're not going to be pounding the ball, which, okay, we're working on the strength. You don't really need to be able to dribble the ball super hard to be a good ball handler. And you're certainly not always going to be low. That's not game-like. And you're certainly not going to be stationary. So not saying that that part's necessarily bad because there's times and places for everything, but just pounding the shit out of the ball and staying in a low athletic position isn't necessarily true because an athletic position is very dynamic. It depends on the situation. Sometimes you're higher, you have to be able to change heights. You're not usually going to be that low, especially in basketball, especially when you're on the move. So, and you're definitely not going to dribble the ball that low. Okay, so we're working on both hands. I like that we're actually working on ball handling on the move. Yeah, again, so he's telling him to dribble the ball super hard through the floor. Again, it's not really realistic. I like the energy that he's coming with. Other thing, one of the most important aspects to getting better at basketball is doing basketball, playing it, getting reps, time on task. If you're gonna take an hour to explain a drill, no matter how complicated or how easy it is, it's just not that beneficial, right? All the time that you spend talking could be used to actually practicing the task. So maybe you do the same drill, but try to find a way to explain it quicker. Maybe you try to show it, and then you start to help people through it. Not necessarily the best drill. There's a lot better ways that we can practice ball handling, especially we have everyone standing in line, right? Half the time that you're doing the drill, you don't have the basketball in your hand. Maybe we can find a way where the guy who's on defense holding it up the number is also dribbling the basketball. Maybe there's a way where we can work on contact while he's waiting for that. So overall, I'm not saying it's the worst drill in the world, but there's probably better ways that we can do it. And again, time on task is the most important thing. If dude says working on picking up 94 feet for 1.5 miles. All right, Dre, chill out, bro. Come on. It's funny, though, because everyone's really falling for this shit. Like, everyone's really giving him more attention than he needs to be getting. So we have this dude with a hula hoop for 1.5 miles. Number one, that's staying attached. No wonder he's going to stay attached when you have a rope tied around him attached to you. He's going to stay attached. Again, we went over this in the last video. Not reacting to anything. Not realistic because you're only shuffling your feet. You're not changing heights. You're not changing speeds. There's no basketball. There's no contextual information. Oh, do I have a screen coming here? Where am I on the floor? Do I have help side? Do I not have help side? Is he going to shoot? Is he going to drive? This ain't doing shit. Conditioning? Maybe. Probably better ways that you can condition, though. That's going to be more specific to the game. If you're falling for this, I don't know what to tell you. Simple as that. Yeah, that's crazy. So that's enough Instagram Reels for today. If you guys like this, get this video to 100 likes, we'll make part 3. And if you guys want me to react to a certain drill, send it to me on my Instagram at TJLTraining, and we'll react to it. And also, if you guys like this, subscribe so you guys can see part 3. We are on our way to 100K subs, so we'd really, really appreciate it. See ya.